So what you get there is basically the result of the three microphone positions. So closed mics, main stereo, and surrounds, which each one of them has a very special character to it. So if, for example, I mute the main stereo and surrounds by clicking on the purge buttons, we only have the closed ones. Great for pop, for example. I might put a little bit, some convolution of it on it. So they have a very large sound. Actually, I'm deactivating it. Like they take a lot of space, I'd say. Then I also cut the sample so in such a way that you really do hear the resonance of the strings. So this form concerns the higher notes. And on the closed mics, you really do hear the hummers, how they release it actually. I might make it a bit louder. Okay, like just as an example. The main stereo have you really do feel the depth. So much more, I don't know, like classical recording, like I'd say. Well, you get the idea. And the surrounds ones, which really do capture the ambience of the room. Well, so basically you have the entire library is based on 3 dynamic layers, so pianissimo, mezzo forte, and forte, 3 round robins in total. And what you can do with it is, as I recorded each sample half steps wise, you might get twice as much round robins via the neighbour zones. So basically the notes one semitone higher are then pitched down, so you basically have twice as much. So so the way you gotta do that is simply by clicking on that round robin button, and you might deactivate them. There you might have some machine gun effect. So I'd tend to let it be as it is. So so then you might also, I don't know, reset the round robins by clicking on that one button, so you come back to the first one. If you are working with some round robin keys, you might just learn the key, so you click on this and then you select the key you want to assign that round robin reset function. Or you might also do it via that one menu, so you click on that and you select it. Convolution, you might, it applies then to all the mic positions. So basically it's a preset I'm using personally for all my projects. I really do find that it opens up the room, so I'd recommend it. I mean, of course you might deactivate it. I think most of you are going to use your own presets. Release tails do not apply here, as they as that functionality is only, like, I don't know, like for long notes normally. For sustains, I'd say, you always, when you release the key, you always have normally a release sample. Range extension is normally just for, I don't know, like for, like, I don't know, instruments like a trumpet, for example, where it's kind of difficult to get to sample the highest notes. So you might use it here too, like so you get a C sharp and a D, the very high notes. Well, normally it's not designed especially for a grand piano, but this is the way all our instruments are going to look like kind of like this. And you might always normally extend the range of the instruments. So, and I'm also always designing some custom patches, so you might also because like if you re-click on that, you come back to 0, but there are always some custom patches where you might do it, I don't know, where you can go like crazy. But I find it like with more than 2 semitones, it starts to sound a bit synthy, I find. So this is why I programmed it this way. Number 3 is basically like just pianissimos. So as I said, you've got like 5 round robins here. They have a very concentrated sound I really do like, and this is also the reason why I put more of the closed mics there in that kind of pre-mixed thing. But you might of course change it as you like. Convolution next is activated by default. Okay, well, the thing is, it's happening like under the hood that you still have a kind of dynamic feeling. Like if I play lighter on the keyboard, and then crescendo, it starts, you know, like from the volume, it plays louder. Number 4, same thing as number 3, but like again via neighbour, so it's twice as much round robins. So yeah, gotta click on it. Normally it's I think a default is 10, yeah, when you open that. Number 5 is basically it's pitched down, I'd say 3 octaves, I think. It's not designed to get so you get like satisfying results directly by opening that, but it's much more to give an idea about what you can achieve with those samples. And here my intention was to really mute those mics and to have only the closed ones, and it's based on the pianissimos. So as they really do have that kind of concentrated sound, I find them particularly useful for sound design, for example. So there, and also deactivate the round robin, so you get a kind of consistent sound. And I mean, it's intended to sound synthetic. So basically, and there you really do hear the rhythm of each note, which is kind of. Which is always really specific to each note. Each note has its own rhythm, I'd say. So I do like it. It's just to give an idea, and I think you might do quite a lot with it. You might also activate some convolution. There, it's like really just. I mean, if I put it back to 0, it will sound like the natural sample. So this is just based on the actual resonance of the ground. So kind of very natural, organic, I'd say. Way of making some sound design things. So yeah, so if I may come back here to the first patch here, basically you see convolution is applied to each one of the microphone positions. What I like to do, and this is the reason why I also set this up, this patch number 6, I find it right here, yeah, okay. I'm deactivating these mics, so it's okay. Well, basically, this is the reason why I set this up is basically in order to have a cleaner mix, I'd say, because like if you apply some convolution to all the mic positions, I find things start to become a little bit messy. So what I did here is basically, by clicking on the mic position, you might also assign them to a specific channel. So there you have the closed mics which go to through that one dry channel, and the mains and surrounds, they both by default go through that one channel, which has like exactly the same convolution preset I put in. And so basically then the result is you have much more, like the closed mics still keep being clean, I'd say, and the mains and stereos have they really do give that kind of roomness to the sound. So I find it's a bit cleaner than if you apply some convolution everywhere. Okay, and there I also deactivated the surrounds once because, well, again, then I find things start to be a bit messy. I mean, if you put some reverb on the main stereos, I find it full enough, like the sound. If I work in a kind of surround environment, I would use them. But like when working in stereo, I would put them away, and basically you save a little bit some memory, and basically that's it. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye bye.